joke about my flaws and weaknesses. Would you love so hard and then just throw it away? You want me to talk in my heart and then just to close it on me. Don't blame it on me. Don't you blame it on me.
हेलो एवरीवन, तो आज हम अपने आर्कॉन क्वेस्ट सुमेरु की कंप्लीट करेंगे। तो कंटिन्यू करते हैं। ये है लाइव स्ट्रीम पार्ट 4। अगर आपने पहले 3 नहीं देखी है तो मेरे चैनल पे होगी, आप वहाँ जाके देख सकते हैं। चलो कंटिन्यू करते हैं। एक बार आवाज़ चेक कर लेते हैं। ठीक है, आवाज़ सही है। दुनिया।
Paimon, I've been waiting for you two.
Good morning, Dunyarzad. We must have overslept a little bit.
पानी चाहिए था, पानी।
Not at all. I arrived early. Today is finally here. I must cherish every moment as if it were gold.
You've worked so hard for this day. You gotta enjoy it to the fullest.
You know it. Oh, it's just that as expected.
Sorry.
I had some trouble falling asleep last night.
अच्छा,
I'm hoping my body won't be too much of an issue today.
क्या हो गया?
But shall we?
इसकी तबीयत सही नहीं है क्या?
Over there. Many vendors came out of the blue to support the event, and they insisted on covering costs themselves. Let's go give them some business.
They paid for everything out of pocket? Oh, sounds like they're not in this just for the Mora.
They all said that contributing to a lively festival atmosphere is more important than money.
बहुत स्लो चल रहे हैं हम लोग।
We don't often get to celebrate Lesser Lord Kusanali's birthday.
Ooh, they're selling food over that way. Let's...
This is a stall offering foods from the Haftmewa feast.
Oh, you could tell straight away. I thought most people nowadays wouldn't know.
Mushrooms, flowers, and all kind of fruit? It's all vegetarian stuff. Oh, Paimon's a little disappointed. So, what's
पायमान को मीट चाहिए, मीट,
you mentioned just
नॉन वेज।
It's another Sub-Zero's festival tradition. People used to set their tables with 7 different foods. Generally speaking, the most common selections are foods like Rukushifa mushrooms, lunar lotuses, Sumeru roses, sunsetias, kapulatas, hara fruits, and zaytun peaches.
So, the Sub-Zero festival is a vegetarian holiday?
You don't have to be a vegetarian to enjoy the spread. We just use the 7 foods to symbolize the 7 virtues of the Dendro Archon.
Wait, but if that's the case, if Sumeru uses vegetarian food to represent the Dendro, then wouldn't the Pyro Archon's festival be full of food like roasted fowl, juicy meatballs, grilled stick? Oh, Traveler, we have to go to Natlan as soon as possible.
I hope your wish comes true one day, Paimon.
Thanks. All right, how about we also check out some of these other stalls?
चलो। Alchemy.
Dear customers, would you like to try your hand at alchemical
What's alchemical divination? Those two things sound like they'd be fun to try.
Right? I thought the same when I first heard about it. It is said to be a mysterious craft invented by none other than Lesser Lord Kusanali herself.
So, how does it work?
It's quite simple. After you give me any 2 alchemical reagents, I'll use them to perform a random transmutation.
Sure sounds random. So random that it will probably fail.
That is precisely what we need. After the transmutation fails, your one and only diviner here will interpret the remnants.
ये too random है यार ये.
Well, according to Lesser Lord Kusanali, everything is interconnected, and all that occurs can be traced back to fate. You could say this is a pearl of old wisdom.
Why does everything sound so much more credible when Dunyarzad says it? Are you guys working together?
ये pitch अच्छी करती है pitch.
So that's the true wisdom behind it. This young lady sure knows her stuff. So, how about it? Want to give it a try?
All right. क्या दे? इनाजुमा मटेरियल्स देखते हैं. ये.
Okay, one
क्या
more.
मिलेगा देखते हैं.
Paimon wants to take a look too. Is it? It looks more like a pie that Paimon bit into.
Generally speaking, the moon signifies. It means.
इसको खुद नहीं पता.
Wait a moment.
Is he really looking it up in a book?
Oh, I remember now. It means illusions and lies.
Illusions and lies? That sounds rather ominous.
पता नहीं क्या बोल रहा है ये.
Yes, but this book says that if you trust your intuition and overcome your fears, the sun will surely rise.
He's not even trying to hide his book anymore.
Naturally, fate will only ever show you the beginning of a journey.
ये सब scam है यार.
Towards your own ending. Oh, thank you so much. I'll keep that in mind.
Oh, it's nothing. I'm just learning as I go.
Guess that was still pretty interesting. Okay,
चलो next stall पे चलते हैं.
They say the Sub-Zero's festival was very lively a long, long time ago. Large flower carriages used to parade through the city. As they headed towards Port Ormos, people would throw flowers, candy, and liquor all along the way.
Dunyarzad's eyes are sparkling right now.
I wish I could have seen that spectacle. But if you ask me, I'm sure Nilu's dance of Sub-Zeros will be just as impressive.
हम भी उसी का वेट कर रहे हैं.
Attention! Soldiers, fall into formation if you want any Yalda candies.
It's a weird guy with a weird hat. Hey, it's Dunyarzad!
Miss Dunyarzad, the children love you even more than the Yalda candies. In the few short days it took to prepare for the Sub-Zero's festival, the children have all grown very fond of you.
The Hallowed Night of Flowers. It's an honor that you know my name.
Attention! In the name of Faraz, the Knight of Flowers, I commend you on your contributions to the glorious Sub-Zero's festival. All right, little soldiers, take your Yalda candies and don't forget your loyalty to Lesser Lord Kusanali.
Yes, Knight Faraz! Just what is going...
Faraz,
Role play.
the Night of Flowers is another Sub-Zero's festival icon, and one immensely popular with children. In the past, the actor portraying Faraz would also sit on a flower carriage.
It's all thanks to Miss Dunyarzad's sponsorship that the children can make such wonderful memories.
As are we to you, Vihar.
Oh, not at all.
विहार.
Speaking of tradition, do you want some Yalda candies? They're a...
Whichever one...
That is the fun part. Each box contains a random flavor. It's up to the luck of the draw. Flavors include lavender melon, hara fruit, sunsetia,
Ooh, those all sound...
and there's also lizard tail and oni kabuto.
ये शायद हम इंस्पिरेशन इन्होंने वहाँ से लिया हैरी पॉटर से, जो कैंडीज बेचा करती थी ट्रॉली पर.
Huh? What's up with those two flavors?
Oni Kabuto is a little spicier than Lizard Tail.
Dunyarzad, you tried them before? Trav, it's alright. Paimon believes in you.
I also believe in your intuition.
Great! These boxes of candy are numbered 1 to 5 from left to right. Which one do you want?
हमें कौन सी चाहिए? Let's go for the middle one, number 3. चलो नंबर 3 ही लेते हैं.
Attention! That's unfortunately lavender melon.
Hmm.
Paimon thought you survived so many epic battles because you had incredible luck. But looks like Paimon was wrong.
The Sunsetia flavored candy was in box
हमने
number
स्किल की वजह
4.
सर्वाइव किया, लक की वजह से
How
नहीं.
about this? The most important thing is that everyone has a good time at the festival. So please, take both boxes.
Really? Thanks a lot, Knight of Candies.
It's Night of Flowers, not a Night of Candies.
Paimon really wilted the carriageless Night of Flowers.
They all basically sound the same. We got our candy, so let's keep going.
Oh, actually, I just remembered that I left something behind. Can you come with me to get it?
Sure thing.
Faraz, you probably forgot because you're...
चलो क्या भूल गई है? कहाँ पर है? अच्छा वहाँ पर. पहुँच गए.
We're too late. Who knew the little lady was such an early riser?
I know, right?
ये कौन है?
Wait a minute. Boss, isn't that her?
Oh, that most certainly is. We're in luck. She's walking right into
क्या
our
करना चाहते हैं ये लोग?
noses.
ये पिटने वाले हैं.
Those Eremites don't look like they're up to any good.
Who are you? I don't believe the Homayanis hired you.
That's right. We haven't received any of their mora, but I wonder how much the Humayanis would shell out to get you back.
They're a gang of kidnappers.
किडनैपर्स है.
Hurry and protect Dunyarzad.
Hey, did you scumbags even consider that the Homayanis might have hired a merc that outclassed you?
दया इनकी बैंड मचा देगी.
You're Dia. Dia the Flame Main. No wonder we mercs haven't heard anything about you for so long. You sold your unruly mane to the highest bidder.
Don't speak so disrespectfully. My family started working with her as gratitude for her past kindness to us.
Don't worry about it, my lady. Just some friendly banter between mercs. One punch and those rabid dogs will expose themselves for what they really are.
टफ. दया बहुत टफ है.
Aren't your claws all dull by now? Don't get too cocky.
साथी है इसके.
Traveler, take Miss Dunyarzad to a safe location.
No, we're gonna stay and help. There's too many of them. You're right.
दया हमारी टॉप प्रायोरिटी है.
Be careful, Dia.
Don't waste your time worrying about me. This is my job. Look out for yourself. After I've wiped the floor with them, I'll go find you all.
ये पक्का करेगी, मारेगी इन लोगों को. चलो भागो यहाँ से. 56 सेकेंड्स. अरे उससे पहले पहुँच जाएंगे हम. उसकी तबीयत खराब हो रही है.
Dunyarzad, are you okay? You look a little pale. Are you in shock?
I'm fine. My body always reacts like this whenever I exert myself too
ये बहुत
much.
थक गई है.
You sure you're okay?
I'll be fine after some rest. I'm more worried about Dia. After all, none of this would have happened if I hadn't insisted.
मैं चिंता
on
नहीं करूँगा.
playing
बहुत
today.
टफ लगती है मुझे देखने से.
Don't worry.
उसके पास विजन भी है.
My lady, traveler, found ya.
देखा आ गई.
Yeah, you took care of them so...
Any more of them? Or rather, did anyone follow you?
Dia, your arm.
क्या हुआ?
Oh, this? I'm fine. It's just a scratch. Normally they wouldn't have been able to land a hit on me at all, but I'm still getting used to this new greatsword.
अच्छा एक ग्रेट शॉट कैरेक्टर है.
Please, let me take a closer look.
Come on, it's nothing. Us mercs aren't as fragile as you think.
Hold on, you said something about a new greatsword. What happened to the one you were using before?
About that. Well, I sold it, because I was low on mora. Stuff like this happens every now and then.
It can't be. The anonymous donation that was used for the venue's
अच्छा इससे डोनेट किया इसके प्रिपरेशंस के लिए. दुनिया के लिए है। दिल की बहुत अच्छी है ये।
Hey, Miss Dunyarzad, I wasn't trying to make you cry, and I'm not gonna lose my commission because I made my employer cry.
Okay, making your employer cry won't affect your commission, but selling your weapon without permission and getting hurt? I'll have to reevaluate your performance.
You're so unreasonable, my lady.
Thank you very much, Dia.
Don't be like that. I get embarrassed really easily.
दिया बहुत अच्छी है। ओ इसकी तबीयत खराब हो रही है और
Are you feeling unwell again?
My lady, your condition. Traveler, can you take her somewhere to rest? I'll look around the area to make sure we're safe from an
हम पे
ambush.
छोड़ते हैं।
Truly. I'm
कितना खूबसूरत आ रही है व्यू।
Are you feeling better, Dunyarzad?
Yes, much better. Just give me a few moments and I'll be good to go.
इसकी बीमारी मैंने पूछे, चलो पूछते हैं यार।
I didn't realize you were concerned about it. I guess I shouldn't continue to keep it a secret. I was actually born with Elazar.
Ooh,
Terminal now.
इसको वही बीमारी है जो कॉले को है।
Can't believe it's Elazar.
Oh, you've already heard of Elazar. In that case, you probably know about its severity. Sumeru's current medical advancements still haven't been able to find a cure. The disease's progression can only be delayed through environmental therapy.
Dunyarzad.
There's no need to be
इस
sad.
बीमारी का कोई तो हल
I
होगा।
always lived with Elazar and I came to terms with it a long time compared to the simple fact that I'm afflicted with this. Its effects on my life have been much more painful. I know that my family loves me dearly. They've done all they can to provide the best environment for me so that I can live for that much longer. However, I know I will one day succumb to this.
स्पीचलेस, हम स्पीचलेस हैं।
Did you know? Before I ran away from home this time, the world outside of my home didn't even know that I existed. Since I was a child, all I could do was sit on my bed and stare at everything outside of my window. I'm sure my family's worried and disappointed in me for running away, but I just didn't want to have any regrets. I wanted to meet other people. To me, there's nothing more beautiful than being able to meet and speak with others. Not to mention the incredible time spent preparing for the festival. The joy on everyone's faces here, and all the support I've received from friends like Dia. This way, when my final day does arrive, it will be less sorrowful. At the very least, many people will remember that I once
बहुत
existed in
इमोशनल
this
सीन है यार ये तो।
world, right?
हम तुम्हें हमेशा याद रखेंगे।
As long as you don't forget Paimon, Paimon also won't forget about you. No, even if you forget Paimon, Paimon will still remember you.
Thank you two so much. I apologize for the depressing conversation. This is out of character for me.
दिस इज डीप।
To be honest,
अच्छी स्टोरी है।
Kusanali gave me the courage to do all of this.
अच्छा कैरेक्टर है ये।
If it weren't for her
इसका हाथ
encouragement,
देखो,
I wouldn't have taken that first step.
ऐसा लग क्रिस्टलाइज हो रहा है। स्केल्स।
Thanks.
यू आर
There
स्ट्रांग।
will always be frustrations in life, but I know that the point of living is not to leave behind any regrets. Oh, right. Isn't it almost time? Isn't the dance of Sub-Zeros about to begin? Nilu will recreate that legendary scene with her most splendid dance, and with that, my wish will...
Then what are we waiting for? Let's go.
Yeah.
ओके
we
डांस
should
स्टार्ट होने वाला है।
celebrate it.
पर इस तबीयत सही है, हम जा पाएंगे। आ गए ग्रैंड बाजार। क्या चल रहा है यहाँ?
Were you not aware that the law prohibits this type of performance from taking place without prior permission?
Over there! Someone's yelling at.
I think I just saw the Academia's grand
अच्छा ये
sage.
ग्रैंड सेज एकेडेमिया का.
Why?
But the Dance of Sub-Zerus is one of the key parts of the Sub-Zerus festival. If we can't perform...
The Sub-Zero's festival. The law also prohibits the private hosting of large-scale religious festivals. Only the Academia can host such an event.
Bullies.
If you continue to resist, we will have to order an investigation into every single event.
ये सब
organizer.
करप्ट लग रहा है मुझे एकेडेमिया वाले.
The Grand Sage has already granted you much leniency. I advise that you exercise tact.
How did things turn out?
The Academia was originally responsible for the Sub-Zerus festival, but they failed this responsibility for many years. I need to speak with them. This is a hard pill to swallow, but you're right.
Art, dance. Aren't you ashamed of pursuing such frivolous and meaningless activities in this land of knowledge and reason?
Narrow-minded person.
Our Archon created the utopia that is Sumeru City for all scholars who sought validity, verity, and truth, while people like you wish to defile it.
और ये लोग पुरानी रस्मों पे टिके पड़े हैं.
No,
ये सेज लोग.
I believe that our Archon never rejected the arts. Even the goddess of flowers.
ये इनका इंटरप्रिटेशन है.
With your
खुद
lack
का.
of intellectual credentials, I do not believe you are qualified to debate with me. What you should be doing is finding workers to tear down this ridiculous eyesore. When we return, have the scribe draft an ordinance before the next Nyagarbha Day that prohibits public art performances. We will announce it to the public later via the Akasha.
Understood. I will inform him when I return.
The Sub-Zerus Festival. Go celebrate the birth of that god to your heart's content.
ये जानबूझ के ऐसा कर रहे हैं. ये कुसनाली को पसंद नहीं करते हैं.
Nilu, are you okay?
हम कुछ करेंगे पर.
Oh, Dunyarzad. You all saw that just now?
Yeah.
Let's go somewhere the Academia can't find us and perform there. But how do we let... Or we could get people to block them off so they can't interrupt the performance. No. They just threatened to investigate the organizers. If we were caught...
Nilu, it's all right.
But you've been looking forward to the Dance of Sub-Zerus so much. And I know
और इसकी
how
तबीयत भी
important
सही
this
नहीं है.
festival is to you.
It's okay. Seeing you care this much about my feelings is more than a... It would be too risky to continue the Sub-Zerus festival at this point.
If you say so. But you can sneak out for the next Sub-Zerus festival, right?
The next one.
तब तक शायद.
Yes. Okay. It's a promise. It will be a smashing success.
ये जानती है क्या हो जाएगा तब तक. तभी ऐसा रिएक्शन आया.
I can't believe this is how things turned out. Those heartless geezers.
It really is okay. There's nothing
ये
we can
कुछ
do
तो कर
about
सकते
it.
होंगे हम. हम दो तीन आर्कॉन्स को
I'd be
जानते हैं.
lying if I said I had no regrets. I would have
3 में से
loved
2 तो हमारे पास ही है. एक डांस के लिए आर्कॉन वॉर हो जाए.
A lot happened today. Nilu and Dunyarzad promised to make the next Sub-Zerus festival a success. But Dunyarzad is running out of time. Yeah.
All connections have been secured to construct the most stable framework possible. The project is entered its most critical phase. Power...
ये क्या था? कौन सा क्रिटिकल स्टेज?
Oh, we're gonna be late. It's all because you and we should go meet Dunyarzad.
ये रहा एग्जिट. दुनिया से मिलते हैं. आ जाओ. तबीयत कैसी है इसकी?
Good morning, Dunyarzad.
Not at all.
You seem kinda tired.
I'm doing well. There's no need to worry. Shall we go? Let's start with the stall.
ट्रैवलर ने कुछ देखा.
Sure. Trav?
इसकी तबीयत कुछ ज़्यादा ही ख़राब है शायद. सब वेंडर्स भी उदास हो गए होंगे कि फेस्टिवल नहीं हुआ.
This is a stall offering foods from the Haftmewa feast.
You are quite well informed.
They're all plants! Actually, what is the Haftmewa?
It's one of the Sub-Zerus festival's traditions. People used to set their tables with 7 different foods to symbolize the 7 virtues
Wait.
of the Dendro Archon.
ये सब फिर से हो रहा है.
Appear to be in the form of the
Really? Paimon thought it...
The moon signifies
Fear,
escaping me for now.
Is he really looking it up and...
Oh, right.
illusions and lies.
But if you trust your intuition and overcome your fears, the sun will surely rise.
Understood. I'll keep...
Oh, it's nothing.
Guess that was still pretty interesting.
ऐसा क्यों हुआ?
On to the next stall.
ऐसा लग रहा है हम फिर से जी रहे हैं वही वक्त.
So, where to next?
इसके पास. विहार के पास. सेम चूज करेंगे हम, देखते हैं क्या होता है. जो हमने लास्ट टाइम चूज किया था, 3rd.
All right, soldiers. Now that you have your
Skip कर dialogue.
Yes, Knight Ferris!
Same dialogues.
What's going on?
Ferris, the Knight of Flowers.
Oh, do you want some Yalda candies?
What's to pick? Don't... Ooh,
And there's also lizard tail.
what? Traveler?
Great. These boxes of candy are
Number 3.
Ah, excellently chosen.
Huh?
Number 4 is indeed Sunsetia.
Paimon bet you had incredible luck, and Paimon was right.
Just now did I really mean to choose number 4? मैंने तो number 3 choose किया था.
Are you saying that you instinctively... But now that you mention it, Paimon also had the feeling you'd choose the right one. Maybe we didn't sleep very well last night. Or maybe we slept too much.
कुछ तो हो रहा है.
Oh, sure.
Huh? Where are you going?
पता करते हैं क्या हो रहा है. टाइम रिवर्स हुआ है, पर किसने किया है ये? यहाँ हम कोई ड्रीम में हैं.
A feeling of... Oh, Paimon knows what... In that case, Paimon also felt something like that today. But that's just our brains playing tricks on us.
नहीं, ऐसा नहीं हो सकता.
Why'd you run here in such a hurry?
अच्छा, ये हमने किया नहीं था. देखते हैं क्या करता है.
You're intentionally doing things you usually wouldn't and seeing if you...
Welcome, you two. Are you here for lunch? What would you like to eat?
1 coconut charcoal cake, please.
You don't look like you're from these parts, but I gotta say, you've got...
Coconut charcoal cake? Isn't it that burned thing that didn't look taste... Oh, Paimon understands what you're trying to do now. You
अच्छा,
wouldn't normally order something like...
हम ऐसा कुछ ऑर्डर नहीं करेंगे, इसलिए हमने ऑर्डर किया है.
That thing? Isn't this going a bit too far?
चलो खाते हैं.
How was it? The look on your face is telling Paimon that it tasted awful. Then, you mean... That's impossible.
मैंने पहले भी तो कहीं खाया है.
Talking about... So, would this be a case of taste bud deja vu? Paimon also gets the impression that we've been here many times, even though we aren't regulars. How about...
पता करते हैं क्या हो रहा है, क्या चल रहा है ये.
there.
फिर से हमें यहाँ मिल गई।
What a coincidence.
लास्ट टाइम भी हमने यहीं पर मिले थे लास्ट टाइम।
Oh, I ran into some kidnappers just now, but thankfully Dia came to my rescue.
Kidnappers?
I'm okay. Dia's arm got scratched.
Whew. That's a big relief. But
Not at all. I've always been like this. Excessive physical exertion. Besides, no matter how amazing today may be, it is but a single day. After however many more days, my time will come to an end.
ऐसा क्यों हो रहा है?
it doesn't quite follow you. And Paimon feels like something's really got you down right now.
It really is fine. I don't mind. Huh?
Dunyarzad, have you ever felt deja vu?
Deja vu? No. But my days have been the same for years now. Even if I were feeling deja vu, I suppose I would already...
Oh, Paimon sees.
It's almost time.
Huh? Time for
Nilu's Dance of Sub-Zero.
हाँ वहाँ जाना है हमने। वहाँ जाके देखते हैं क्या चल रहा है वहाँ। हम क्या सोच रहे हैं? फिर से वही हो रहा है।
With your lack of intellectual credentials, I do not believe you are qualified to debate with me. What you should be doing... When we return, have the scribe draft an ordinance before the next Nyagarbaha Day that prohibits public art performances. We will public...
Understood. I will...
The Sub-Zeru's festival. Go celebrate the birth of that god to your heart's
ये पिटेगा एक दिन।
Nilu.
Oh, Dunyarzad. It's okay.
But you've been really looking for...
It truly is unfortunate.
स्किप करते तेज तेज। वही डायलॉग है।
Wait.
No, nothing.
Paimon can't believe what those heartless geezers did!
हमें आउटकम चेंज करने हैं क्या? क्या ये फिर से होगा?
In the end, you still couldn't fix... Maybe it really was because of exhaustion. Same here. That's why Paimon... Then, how about we settle in and get a good night's sleep? For now, we can chalk things up to exhaustion.
ये क्या है?
We can
अच्छा
do
स्क्विरल।
thinking tomorrow.
फिर से कोई आवाज़ आई।
Observing a modest drop in the output of Jnana energy, but values still remain within normal parameters.
ये याना एनर्जी क्या है? यही कुछ कर रही है क्या? ये वही है, सेज है। ये सेज ही कुछ कर रहा है।
Why does Paimon feel so tired?
फिर से हम वही कंटिन्यू करेंगे लग रहा है। हाँ हम वहीं से कंटिन्यू कर रहे हैं। दुनियाज़ाड से मिलने आ रहे हैं फिर से। पर हमें करना क्या है? हमें इसे नहीं मिलना है क्या?
Good morning, Dunyarzad.
Not at all.
तेज से स्किप करते हैं।
I'm doing well.
Great idea. Let's get going. Traveler?
It's all thanks to Miss Dunyarzad's sponsorship that the children can enjoy the sub. Oh, are you interested in Yalda candies? It's not that simple. Each box contains a and there's also no.
जल्दी जल्दी स्किप करते हैं।
These boxes of candy are numbered 1 to 5 from left to right. Which one do you want?
नंबर 4 ही क्यों लिखा आ रहा है हर किसी में? नंबर 4 में अच्छा वाला है।
I like your confidence. No hesitation at all. Oh,
ट्रालो रिवाइंड कर रहा है सब कुछ।
Paimon knew he always had incredible luck.
कुछ तो गड़बड़ है। नंबर 1 इज लिजर्ड टेल।
Paimon's not really. What?
That couldn't have been luck. How is this possible? Mind reading? X-ray vision?
Tell us what's going on. Since when did you get superpowers? Traveler?
ओह, ये है कुसनाली शायद।
Hey, where are you? What's going on? Did you see something? Us leaving Dunyarzad without letting her.
वो रही। डेंड्रो आर्कॉन एक बच्ची है। लेसर लॉर्ड कुसनाली, ये है वही। कहाँ गई? क्यों भाग रही है ये? और ये तो कहते हैं बाहर नहीं आती है, ये तो यहाँ मस्त घूम रही है।
What are you looking for?
कहाँ गई अब वो?
Traveler?
पीछे, हमारे पीछे। कैमोफ्लेज कर रही है क्या वो? वही बर्ड भी गायब हो गया। चल क्या रहा है? ये रही, फिर गायब ना हो जाए। दुनिया साड़।
Isn't that Dunyarzad? What's happening here? Why are there two Dunyarzad?
ये शायद सेव कर रही है दुनिया साड़ को, बार बार टाइम रिवाइंड करके।
This isn't your first Sub-Zero's festival, don't you? I'm sure you already know how to use this.
ओ कैप्सूल।
Knowledge capsule? Where did you should use it too, Paimon? You know Paimon? Well, this seems.
यूज करते हैं। क्या है ये? ये हमें बता रहा है क्या क्या हो रहा था।
What the? This is our 20th time at the Sub-Zero
20 बार।
Festival? Huh? No. The 30th? 40th? Just how many times have we been to the Sub-Zero's festival?
हम लोग एक लूप में फंसे हुए थे।
Have we been trapped in a single day? If it weren't for you, we wouldn't have even realized.
कितनी क्यूट है।
What the heck was inside that knowledge? Your memories are still scrambled? Try your best to remember. This isn't the first time we've met, and I answered that question a long time ago. Let Paimon think. What? Your sense of deja vu is stronger than everyone else's, yes? As for an explanation, you two received the blessing of Dendro. And you also have special sensitive It was as if a single sheet of paper was
सिर्फ हमारे पास डेंड्रो पावर है, पाइमॉन के पास थोड़ी है।
A familiar question. I think this is the 7th time you asked that. As you can see, she isn't doing well. You probably sensed it too. The Dunyarzad you were just with is different from the first Dunyarzad you met. That first Dunyarzad is in front of you right now, and she doesn't have a lot of time left.
अच्छा, इसलिए इसने सेव किया शायद इसको।
you're almost done sorting out your brain. Oh yeah, I'm Nahida.
Nahida.
Good. You passed the test. What's happening? You can awaken our memories, and you seem like you know what's going on. Oh, wait. Please don't tell Paimon even you don't know. Everything in this world runs in a loop. This cycle is called a samsara. You, me,
Samsar
and everyone
means
else are
universe.
stuck inside a one-day samsara.
हिंदी वर्ड संसार से आया है.
As for the truth, that's on you to find out. If you were told the truth instead of discovering it yourselves, it would literally blow your mind. I can only give you surface level help, like bits of information and subtle hints. For the rest of the time, I'll be doing all I can to slow down W.A.S.D's illness.
अच्छा, ये इसके बचा रही है.
She looks like she isn't doing well at all. Her illness gets worse after each Sub-Zero's fist. If we can break out of this samsara, I might be able to save her. But as things are right now, she's just a small bird in the sky that's about to lose its last feathers. All I can do is raise a gale to delay her fall.
लगती बच्चे की तरह है पर बात बड़े की तरह करती है.
You sure love to use weird analogies. Analogies are wonderful tools. They let you use existing knowledge to understand unfamiliar things. Okay, so, with what you know so far, what do you think the truth is?
When you enter a stage of complete, you can choose a text interpret. अच्छा, हम चूज करेंगे, ठीक है. ठीक है. ठीक है. Deja vu, abnormal mental fatigue, alchemy, divine result, grand sage speech, the Sub-Zero festival samsara. Interpret.
We've already experienced the Sub-Zero's festival.
वही
many
बोल रहा है
times,
इधर.
and the day of the festival seems to be in a perpetual samsara.
Associate. एसोसिएट विद किससे करें? ग्रेट सेज से स्पीच से करते हैं. एल्केमी डेजावू से.
That should be it. The flow of time is endlessly cycling within one single.
Submit conclusion.
A time loop. You've given similar... Still the wrong answer? A simple time loop can't explain some of the phenomena. You... W.A.S.D. The Sub-Zero's festival is happening every day, but that doesn't mean we can waste an infinite amount of them. Hurry and find the truth before today's festival ends.
अच्छा, हमें सच्चाई पता लगानी है. अभी तक हमने सच्चाई पता नहीं लगाई है.
Let's think about our current situation. To save W.A.S.D, we have to escape the samsara of the Sub-Zero's festival. And to do that, we need to figure out what's happened. Nahida rejected the idea of a time loop, so Paimon's memories say that we've already done this many times, but...
चलो स्टॉल ओनर के पास. एल्केमी की वजह से तो नहीं हो रहा.
Hey, it's you. I see. Did you come back to buy something? I guarantee the freshness of my products. Huh? What brought this about? I heard...
To put it another way, if you really think about it, was yes...
What kind of philosophical nonsense? Didn't you know that no one dreams in Sumeru? Go somewhere else if you want to find someone to daydream with.
पता नहीं चला कुछ भी.
Actually has a point. Is this a dream? Is everyone dreaming?
No one dreams in Sumeru.
True. Anyway, if this all...
अल्केमिस्ट से बात करते हैं.
Oh, it's you two. Was my divination so accurate that you felt compelled to compliment me in person? Ooh, I knew it!
You're really excited about this. So, you're admitting that you don't.
Anyway, what kind of situation did you get into?
You have actually divined our fortune many tiny times.
Hold on a second. What you just said. Are you serious?
I knew you weren't going to.
Marvelous. Truly marvelous. I believe you. Recall the interpretation of your divination. The moon, illusions, and lies.
ये सब एक illusions है.
Like an omen.
ये इसी के बारे में हम ढूंढ रहे थे.
When you say it like that, the divination.
I believe that the Archon's revelations are never more than vague hints. Anything more specific is beyond the reach of me. The book only says, if you trust your instincts and overcome your fears, the sun will surely rise.
So that's how it is. Looks like fortune telling is just fortune telling.
अच्छा.
No good for practical problems.
हम इस पे भी भरोसा नहीं कर सकते.
Haven't made any progress. Who else can we talk to? Paimon remembers that we tried talking to her a couple of times, but she always thinks we're playing pranks on her. You think she'll brush us off again?
असली दुनिया लड़का ले जा उसको.
Yeah. If we tap.
कहाँ है दिया? वो रही.
I'm fine, my lady.
Perfect timing.
Paimon, traveler, you came at just the right time. Listen, there was a dangerous
Gang of kidnappers ambush you.
Huh? You saw? Then why didn't you jump in?
You want the traveler to take Dunyarzad somewhere to rest up while you check to see if there's still any kidnappers.
How did you know what I was going to?
We need to say something convincing.
Dia's Claymore. Mental fatigue. Elk. Dia's Claymore का रैम बोलते हैं.
Dia sold her greatsword to raise additional funds.
Submit conclusion.
Tell her, traveler.
You got injured because you don't use a current.
I didn't tell anyone about that, including Miss Dunyarzad. You couldn't have known. Just now, you literally took the words right out of my mouth.
All right. So this is the.
अब हम इसको शेयर कर सकते हैं ये. अभी हम पे भरोसा करेंगे.
It's kind of hard to believe what you just told me. First, let me make something clear. Most of us desert dwellers might not be the scholarly type, but we do have basic common sense.
इस दुनिया के बारे में कुछ ऑफ है. Something off.
Quieter than usual.
Yeah, she isn't the same as her parents said that this is how she was like at first.
Huh?
I don't quite understand what you're all talking about.
My lady, are you angry? All right, I'll give you the benefit of the doubt since you knew about my greatsword. Let's make this a quick trip. Miss Dunyarzad isn't completely safe here.
चलो फिर चलते हैं लेकर. ये कुर्सी बैक सपोर्ट के लिए अच्छी नहीं यार. अनकंफर्टेबल है. कहाँ जाए? यहीं जाना है. आ गए हम यहाँ. नादिया के पास. आ गए हम नदिया के पास. नादिया. Nahida, sorry. Sorry, Nahida.
I thought I told you that it won't help to bring anyone. We just wanted her to see
The real Dunyarzad?
Huh? I told you that you two are special.
ये देखने की कोशिश कर रही है.
Hold on. Over there. Is that?
Wow. How perceptive. Does she have invisible antennae?
Miss Dunyarzad, she's lying down here, isn't she? How's she doing?
Her condition's really bad, and she's basically in a coma. How did you know she was here?
I can sense her aura. There are also lingering feelings of something like regret,
फेस्टिवल की वजह से
disappointment.
Do you believe us now? The Sub-Zeros... So, you think the sages are behind?
Yeah, they've always been against us. Wouldn't surprise me if they're using the Akasha to intentionally repeat the Sub-Zeros festival as a sick joke.
You have a point. Aside from the Dendro Archon, the Academia's sages are the only ones in Sumeru who could pull off something like this.
ट्रू
Maybe there's more to the Akasha than we know.
नाहिदा बताएगी नाहिदा
Didn't you awaken our memories using something that looked like a knowledge capsule? That means you must know something about the Akasha.
The Akasha relies on the power of a gnosis to operate, as it is the manifestation of the god of
अच्छा
wisdom's
नोसिस
power.
चल रहा है वो
It compiles the wisdom of the entire populace, and it grants knowledge to the people.
A gnosis could do that? No wonder the Akasha is so magical. It's being powered by the gnosis of Sumeru's Archon.
तभी इतना पावरफुल है वो
So, this Nahida you mentioned, what did she say?
She said, and Paimon quotes, "The Akasha relies on the power of a gnosis to operate, as it is the manifestation of the god of wisdom's power. It compiles the wisdom of the entire populace and it grants knowledge to the people."
Compiles the wisdom of the entire populace and grants knowledge to the people. Wait.
What's up?
I get the grants knowledge part. That's what people have always used the Akasha for. But compiling the entire populace's wisdom? How does that work?
Did she mean that the sages enter new knowledge into the Akasha?
सारी नॉलेज तो अर्मन सॉल से आती है
Yeah, that sounds about right. What do you...
क्या हो सकता है इन्फॉर्मेशन ऑन द आकाशा नॉर्मल फटीग डेजा वो पीपल फ्रॉम स्पेन डू नॉट ड्रीम
Okay, Nahida said the Akasha relies on the power of a gnosis to operate, as it is the Okay, Nahida said people in Sumeru don't drink.
या अब नॉर्मल फटीग
My mind feels exhausted, even though I haven't done too much.
सब में
That
डर
doesn't sound right.
ये हो सकता है
That doesn't sound right.
फिर क्या है अब नॉर्मल फटीग
You mean the Akasha is causing our mental fatigue? Huh. Now that when the desert dwellers set off on their quest for knowledge, a sage once said, knowledge always comes at a price. Compiling the entire country's knowledge. You think the Akasha pulled a 180 and is extracting information from us?
ये हो सकता है
Who knows? The Akasha can put knowledge into our heads, so who's to say that it can't also poke around in there? We don't know any specifics.
What's the point of doing something like that?
Just think about it. If you could combine the knowledge of every single person in Sumeru, then you can basically turn Sumeru City into a single massive brain. This hive mind could make breakthroughs in problems that even the smartest geniuses can't crack.
और हमारी नॉलेज भी ले सकता है
An excellent deduction. And the analogy comparing Sumeru City to a massive brain? I love it.
In that case, we should take off our Akasha terminals right away. Maybe that'll solve this problem.
इट्स वर्थ अ शॉट
I was only wearing this for show in the first place. Didn't expect the sages to cook up such a conspiracy. Mark my words. When this is over, I'm getting evidence and exposing this whole thing to the public.
How does everyone feel? Huh? What is it?
देयर इज ऑलवेज साउंड ऑफ अ बीप हाँ
That! Paimon knows what you're talking about. It's a single soft beep that sounds like it's...
The sound of a beep. Could it be a prompt tone for when the Akasha is operating?
I heard the same sound in our port almost
That's probably an important clue. We weren't using our terminals, but we heard a beep anyway.
फिर से बीपिंग हो रही है.
Traveler,
I heard it too. Our ears aren't messing with us. There was definitely a beep, but it sounded like it was coming from inside my. We took off our Akasha terminals.
फिर से रिवाइंड हो रहा है टाइम.
Phase runtime has exceeded its expected length. At this rate, there may be casualties.
But we cannot lose all of our progress.
ये पिटेगा. बहुत बड़ी गलती कर रहा है ये. फिर से रिवाइंड. दुनिया के साथ क्या होगा? कम ऑन ट्रैवलर.
Paimon, remember? Good. You adapted quickly this time. We definitely took off our Akasha terminals last night, but we still heard that beep. Why is that?
हमने अपना कनेक्शन सर्व नहीं किया है.
But now we can at least confirm one thing. Oh, Paimon doesn't get it. Why would the Akasha go this far if all it wants? It's extremely difficult for lab rats in an experiment to understand why they're being treated the way.
हम लैब रैट्स हैं.
If we're lab
Harsh.
rats, then what are you? Nihida, you've never told us anything. I guess I'm the moon. The moon? Wasn't that the result of our divination? Anyway, knowing who I am won't help you get closer to the truth. So you should focus on other things. Don't get distracted and miss any clues. Okay then. Dia helped us a lot yesterday, so let's go.
फिर से जिया को फाइंड करेंगे. स्किप. एक ही स्टोरी हम कितनी बार खेलेंगे?
Ah, there you are. I've already taken care of those kidnappers. My lady, did you get hurt?
Dia?
What's wrong? Why are you both gawking at me like that?
You didn't get.
Huh? What do you mean this time? Why are you so surprised that I managed to get out unscathed? Those kids were amateurs.
मैनिपुलेशन दूसरा इस बार.
Shh! How did you know about my greatsword? I haven't told.
So Dia's lost her memories after all.
Anything strange? You already know that I got a new greatsword. If I had to say something, it's weird how such a new weapon could feel so.
अच्छा, अभी अडैप्ट कर चुके हैं उस वेपन से.
It's as if I've.
You're saying that although you don't.
That's right. Both mercenaries and warriors heavily rely on muscle memory.
Traveler, what do you think? Yeah, Paimon's feeling really hopeful. Oh, you're right. Earlier in the Samsara.
हाँ, हमने ऑलरेडी शायद कुछ ब्रोक कर दिया, तोड़ दिया है लूप को. इल्यूजन या लूप जो भी है.
So you want us to take Dunyarzad somewhere else to rip?
How did you know what I was gonna say?
मैं फिर से स्किप किया. सब कुछ वापस प्ले हो रहा है.
It's finally nighttime. Aside from Dia not getting injured, everything seems. Listen, Nahida, we found out that Dia got out just fine today. Do you think the Samsara has been broken? Really? Good job on all that progress. Hey, what kind of an. Tomorrow will come. Everyone assumes this is common knowledge, but the only way you can know that for sure is if you experience tomorrow. How many todays has it been? Is it possible that today will be followed by yesterday? Does tomorrow truly exist?
बहुत confusing है ये चीज़ तो.
It's even possible that this entire world is a lie, and the history of the whole world has just been one endless Sub-Zero's festival. Okay, no more. That's why it makes no sense to waste your energy thinking about get some good rest. You know, use the bathroom and flush your anxiety dookie away. Huh? Hold on, what did you just say? Did Paimon hear you correct? Huh? People always say they feel a sense of relief after they take a duk-duk. That's why I suggested you could try that. It's so strange and so against common sense that Paimon's at a loss for words. You were sounding kind of smart just a minute ago. Yeah. Even though it's happy and lively at the Sub-Zero's festival every day, it feels like it's been a long time since we've really gotten to relax.
फिर से बीप।
Continue the harvest. Compared to what we stand to achieve, these sacrifices.
ये लोग कितने लोग को सैक्रिफाइस करेंगे कुछ समझ नहीं आ रहा है।
We're still in the same day. Nahida, you already knew last night that we didn't break out of... Would there have been a point? You would have spent the night with new worries, with tomorrow still out of reach. In that case, you might as well rest within that brief moment of hope. An opportunity like that doesn't come by
अच्छा यार मैं आराम करने दे रही थी।
help you clear your minds.
सही है थोड़ा रिलैक्स होंगे तो फिर हम अच्छे से सोच पाएंगे।
Whatever. Guess you were looking... Of course. In the time we've been together, you two have been everything to me. Paimon's flattered and everything, but maybe you're taking things a little fast. What I mean is, in other words, if you weren't here, I may as well not exist. That's why you two have been everything to me. Nahida's talking about confusing stuff again. Anyway, that's enough chit-chat. So, Traveler, did the new clues yesterday help
That
you
time
gain
loop theory is
any
indeed
insight?
incorrect.
Huh? Why are you scrapping your previous theory?
Their fighting style has improved.
Oh yeah, you're right. Gosh, how did we not
टाइम
notice
लूप में कुछ
that?
बेटर नहीं होता वही सेम चीज़ होती रहती है।
So, what's your new hypothesis?
Akasha sound, bodily memories, information on Akasha। ये जो Akasha sound है यही कुछ है।
The beep is a prompt tone for Akasha operations. We still hear it every night.
Information on Akasha।
That doesn't sound right.
Bodily memories,
Those rely heavily on muscle memory. And
associate। Cancel association। Information on Akasha।
okay, Nahida said the Akasha relies on the power of a gnosis to operate, as it is the manifestation of the God of Wisdom's power. It compiles the wisdom of the entire populace. And that doesn't sound right.
Oh. Pod। Trigger association। Memories are deleted every day। Interpret।
If all our memories of a day are erased at the end of that day, then we would unwittingly relive the same day again and again.
Submit conclusion। Instead, our memories are being erased at the end of each day.
Oh, then the beep we hear every night could just be indicating the deletion of our That's why when we wake up,
मतलब दुनिया कंटिन्यू हो रही है, हमारी मेमोरीज डिलीट की जा रही है।
already the next day, but muscle memory can't be erased. That's why Dia has been getting better at using her greatsword. Now everything... a brilliant deduction. Hida, tell us if we're right. To put it simply, it's as if you've mistaken a pyro crystal fly for a firefly in the night. You lost sight of its true nature because you focused too much on your perception that...
मतलब हम पूरी तरह से 100% करेक्ट नहीं है अभी भी। Still the wrong conclusion हाँ।
Why don't you go talk to Miss Dia? Right.
कितनी बार करना पड़ेगा मिशन? चलो, क्या ऐसा हो सकता था कि हम एक बार मिशन कर ले? क्या ये सब करना ज़रूरी है हम लोगों को? ये चॉइसेस से कोई फ़र्क पड़ रहा है? पता नहीं।
There you are. Really took me a while to find you.
As expected, Dia also didn't.
Get hurt? Why would?
Well, you're still getting used to.
Huh. Truth be told, I also think it's pretty strange. It just suddenly felt so familiar in my hands and... wait a second! How did you know I got a new greatsword to begin with? I didn't tell...
Traveler, could you explain the situation to her today?
We don't actually need to explain everything. सीधा पॉइंट पे आता है.
That works.
What happened to you guys while I was gone?
Don't think too hard about it.
Alright then, let me get this straight. You're telling me...
Yes, your memories.
Then I'd have to disagree.
Oh? Why do you think?
If we've actually been reliving the Sub-Zeru's festival day after day, then what happened to the things we used? The money we spent, the food we ate? Common sense says my wallet should have emptied itself a long time ago. There's no way I wouldn't...
If they utilize its entire city as well as information provided by Akash.
Right. They could use the Akasha to record what everyone did that day, and then use the city's resources to replenish it. It's not very likely, but it's also...
No, it is impossible.
You have proof?
You two are surprisingly serious about this nonsensical discussion. Come with me, Miss Dunyarzad. Please come.
चलो फिर देखते हैं रिया क्या दिखाना चाहती है.
I believe it's Dia who wants to show us something this time. 2 days ago, we were the ones taking her to see Dunyarzad.
This is it.
Huh? This is a wooden...
See those marks on the dummy? Those are the result of several days' worth of practice. Let's say the sages didn't replace it every day. Shouldn't it be hacked to pieces by now?
That's true, but what if...
Then the sages would have had to reproduce every mark I left during previous training. I'm a professional fighter. My martial school has always emphasized the importance of refined control. The force, angle, and entry point of each strike is calculated and deliberate. That's why I remember every mark on the dummy. As well, it's just as they say. Each swordsman has their own unique style, and even the same swordsman can't make the same cut twice. It would be impossible to copy these marks.
Is it really impossible? What if they use some fancy
People often say that a camera's photo can never replace an artist's painting because the former has no... The same thing applies here. At a mere glance, I can differentiate carved marks from the results of combat training. Hope that cleared things up for you. Hey, is this that new brain exercise game that's been super popular with the scholars lately? Anyway, it's getting late. I should escort Miss Dunyarzad to Nilu's stage. See you later.
जल्दी जल्दी कुछ करना पड़ेगा.
But at least we've reached some other conclusions in the meantime.
We are not in time loom. We are not in the real world. शायद ही हो सकता है.
That's true. So, can we think of any new ideas, right? Strange? Paimon feels like everything's been strange.
हम लोग कभी सिटी छोड़ के क्यों नहीं गए?
Leaving the city? You're right. It's really... Paimon can't believe it. Did we miss this because we're tunnel visioning too hard on our other theories? Or how about we
ये
go
बहुत strange है.
back and ask Nahida?
नहीदा से बात करते हैं. नहीदा.
You're back early today. Did you find something new? Sort of. We're mostly sure now that we're not in a time loop. And we also aren't in the real world. But at the same time, we have a new question.
Have you ever tried leaving the city?
Leaving the city. remember, you've mentioned your plans to do that twice before. We did? But we don't remember it. Let me think. I don't think you ever actually told me what the outcome was. Oh, it's probably more accurate to say that both times you never came back the whole night. But you two sometimes stay out the entire night anyway, so at the time, I didn't think too much about it.
It is true that sometimes we lose track of time during our investigations. Before we know it, it'll already be the next day. But still, neither of us remember
Really?
क्या आप सभी को कुछ हमें याद नहीं आ रहा है?
In theory, I should have already awakened all your memories.
पर ये वाला पार्ट अभी भी हमें याद नहीं है. शायद यही चाबी है.
Yep. Something here's definitely fishy.
फिर से बीप.
Our memories are back. About that.
Well, Traveler, aside from your memories that were just restored, I have another message for you.
Another message from who?
Listen to it and you'll understand.
Can't go back. There are countless spaces here. Our Sub-Zeru's festival in Sumeru City is just one of them.
Can't go back. There are countless spaces. बहुत सारे spaces हैं यहाँ पर.
Traveler, you should be missing 2 days worth of memories. Paimon will fill you in.
2 दिन पहले.
It's time to carry out our plan from yesterday. Okay.
हम सिटी छोड़ के जा रहे थे.
Why can't we leave the city?
Don't ask me. It's not like I can tell you anything.
I have a real emergency. My goods have already arrived.
That's your problem. Make sure you make a...
But it's not like you can just predict business matters in advance.
It looks like the Academia already announced a lockdown for Sumeru City today. Let's go and Hello, sir.
Here we go again. We just received an order that no one is allowed to...
वो लोग किसी को बाहर नहीं जाने देंगे.
They didn't tell us anything else. Angering me won't get you anywhere. If I had that kind of insider info...
It looks like he really doesn't know. If we can't get anything out of him, let's take this as a good spot. And the guard hasn't noticed us at all. Huh? Why? Are you going to leave Paimon behind?
हाँ, disruption होगा हमारी memories में.
Paimon knows that Paimon can't do much, but we've always been together, haven't we? Okay. Paimon will wait for you. Promise Paimon that you'll come back as soon as possible.
Okay, okay.
Please.
चलो बाहर चलते हैं.
Memories. Traveler.
ये क्या हुआ?
Paimon would never see you. Paimon waited for you for hours and hours at the city wall and you never came back.
Oh.
Promised Paimon that you were only taking a quick look.
Paimon, calm down. He's here now.
Paimon doesn't care. Paimon wanted to go look for you, but you also said that Paimon should stay. Paimon was so worried and so scared the entire
Sorry,
day.
Paimon.
Okay. Paimon will forgive you. The most important thing is that you didn't actually disappear.
Okay. Paimon, can you tell us your perspective of what we're...
अच्छा क्या हुआ था पता चलेगा.
Using 2 people...
After that, you left the city. Paimon kept her eyes on you the whole time, but then you disappeared in an instant. No way! Paimon was watching you with the fullest attention.
What's your perspective, Traveler? You sure you don't have any memory of this? I guess that explains everything.
You also lost your memories the last 2 times you tried to leave the city. Those days' memories can't be awoken.
So, if we leave the city, our memories will be completely erased?
अच्छा, जो जा रहे हैं उनकी मेमोरी रिलीज कर रहे, वो इरेज कर रहे हैं लोग.
It really sounds like something big outside of the city is being hit. But this way, we'll also never discover what's outside. Something like a message? But
Don't look at me like that. I'm not used to being stared at. Well, okay.
Yep, now we're talking.
चलो, अब हमारे पास कुछ होगा जिससे हम मैसेज कलेक्ट कर सकें. कितने दिन हो चुके इस लूप में.
What? Isn't this just an Akasha?
I made some little changes. Akasha terminals are already capable of sending
To make something like this? Nahida, you really know the Akasha like the back of your hand.
Because she is Kusanali.
Use this now to record a message, right?
Yep. I'll help you save the messages. It should be pretty easy to use. I just can't guarantee the user's status and signal coverage when they're out.
We'll never know until we try.
It's worth a try.
Go then. Let's expose those
I think you should stay.
All right. Paimon isn't as worried about being separated since it happened once yesterday. But Paimon still isn't happy about it.
See you tomorrow, Paimon.
See you tomorrow. That covers everything that's happened so far.
What? So that's a message.
Although the signal was choppy and had some interference, we still managed to receive 2 messages from you when you...
Okay, now that you understand what's going on...
क्या हुआ तो दिखाओ.
Can't go back. There are countless spaces here. Our Sub-Zeru's festival in Sumeru City is just one of them. I've entered another space. Before me are flowing sandstone and howling fish. Impossible and surreal sights. All these spaces are empty except for the occasional ones that contain mute puppets rather than people. I can't sense any human presence.
That's one heck of an info dump. It sounds like you left the Sumeru city space when you set foot outside of the walls. But everything looked completely normal when Paimon was looking out from the inside. That's unbelievable. And if we take your word for it, the other spaces all had very weird
There's another part here. I only received it last night.
These spaces have been disappearing one after the other, absorbed by something like a sun in the sky.
Okay.
And now, even the final space has also disappeared. Behind me, a lot of spaces just appeared again from thin air. I get it now. Those spaces are actually...
क्या हुआ?
Why did the message end right there? What did the traveler want to say?
हमने फिगर आउट कर लिया था.
Probably because yesterday just happened to end at that moment.
Oh, right. Paimon did hear a beep from the Akasha. Did it come from here?
The message. It should have come from the Traveler's Akasha terminal.
After the beep, Traveler said even the final spaces also disappeared.
Traveler, what do you think that final space could have been?
Space without the human presence, the real world, the space we were yesterday, the real world.
Was that space actually the real world? But wouldn't a real space just randomly disappearing like that be... That doesn't sound right.
A space where we were yesterday.
My impression is that each day in this samsara only ends at the sound of that beep from the Akasha.
sound of the beep, the final space, the Sub-Zero's festival, also disappears, and we're taken to the next day.
अच्छा फिर स्टार्ट हो जाता है वो.
Later on, Traveler also mentioned a bunch of new spaces materializing behind them. Do lots of new spaces appear every Paimon's head is spinning?
Well, consider this. For all the horrors of the Archon War, at its heart, it was just a game where a bunch of gods fought over 7 seats. So no matter how strange or spooky things may look on the surface, maybe all they point to in the end is a small and simple secret.
Wow, the Archon War, huh? That's an analogy and a half.
A secret. Give me some time, I need. चलो हमें कुछ सोचना है. सोचने के लिए इतना दूर आया हम.
Do you want some alone time to think?
फिर से दिन जा रहा है.
The dance of Sub-Zeros is about to begin. I'm going to go watch it.
Okay. Why don't you go ahead?
Okay then. See you later.
Have you figured it out yet, Traveler? Time is ticking away. Awesome! What is it? Paimon wants to know. Oh, wait, no.
चलो हमें सच पता चल गया. नाहिदा के पास चलते हैं. जल्दी चलते हैं वरना वो बीप फिर से हो जाएगी. आ गए हम वापस नाहिदा के पास.
You're back. I've been waiting forever for you two. Are you ready to take your Sub-Zero's exam and graduate from the festival?
Ask away, Miss Naida.
Okay.
यार अभी भी हमें समझ नहीं आ रहा क्या करना है. Information Akaza, people do not dream, alchemy, space without human presence.
All the bizarre spaces I saw outside the city. Those spaces remind me of dreams. Like the one I had in the video. That doesn't sound right.
Space without human presence. The Sub-Zero Festival, the information on Akasha.
People in Sumeru don't dream.
Trigger association. Space without human presence. क्या हो सकता है ये? Information about Sub-Zero Festival, human.
That doesn't sound right. That doesn't sound right. We are all in a dream. It isn't that the people of Sumeru don't dream.
People in Sumeru think they don't dream. But the truth is, the Akasha steals their dreams without them knowing. And those spaces with no human presence are stolen dreams without their host. That would explain why they sound... Huh. So people in Sumeru do dream after all.
Correct answer. Now,
How did you conclude that the Akasha is capable of this?
The Akasha is a manifestation of God's wisdom power. It compiles the wisdom of entire populace. It grants the knowledge to a people.
It compiles the wisdom of the entire populace.
That doesn't sound right.
The Akasha relies on the power of a gnosis to
That doesn't sound right.
and it grants knowledge.
That doesn't sound right.
It is the manifestation.
Oh, okay. Those dream controlling
जल्दी जल्दी सब
creatures
चूज
in
कर
the
लिया हमने.
forest also get their power from the Dendro Archon, right? That would But is stealing everyone's dreams really how the Akasha compiles their wisdom?
Dreams are fantastical, complex, and full of imagination. People's brains are the most active when they're dreaming. In other words, dreams are rich bundles of human wisdom.
So in other words, the complete opposite of how Hypatia understood it.
हाँ.
I remembers her saying that the sages think dreams are foolish delusions, and the fact that no one dreams is a blessing from Greater Lord Rukkhadevata.
सब dirty trick है ये.
It was all a dirty trick? The real story is that the sages from the academia are using the Akasha to steal people's dreams for their own use, huh?
और वो रुकना नहीं चाहते.
Oh? By the sounds of it, you understand the current situation pretty well. So then, what about the samsara?
The grand speech.
The Grand Sage said. That doesn't sound right. Those spaces kept disappearing before. Those dreamscapes kept.
Associate with. Disappearance. Massive production of dreams.
Correct. The Akasha is keeping each person's brain in a constant dream state, but also separate their disembodied consciousness is placed inside the collective dream of the Sub-Zero's fest. No one is any the wiser as another day people wake up to yet another
ये quest
dream
बहुत
of
खींच
the
के है, मेरे को
Sub-Zero's
पता है.
festival. The dreams
बहुत
that belong
complicated
to
हो गया था
them
ये.
are once again harvested by the Akasha.
So, this is like a dream factory, and the Akasha is a dream harvesting machine.
Very good, Paimon. Using analogies well is an excellent habit to get into.
Okay, so that beep we keep hearing is actually from our real-life Akasha terminals. Taking off our terminals in this dream doesn't do anything.
All right, last question. Who am I?
ये तो हमें पता है. Lesser Lord Kusanali's. The moon.
They say that alchemical divination is the Dendro Archon's divine revelation. So then, if Nahida has referred...
So you noticed.
You are Lesser Lord Kusanali.
I thought that one would be the hardest question.
That wasn't hard at all. Even Paimon gets that. Everything about you is different. We just didn't want to expose you is all. Now that you mention it, Nahida, you've been a hint. It's funny. Thinking back to when we were asking all over the place for info about Lesser Lord Kusanali. Paimon didn't expect to meet you like this.
But ये सही time नहीं है.
Yes, those can wait until we're... On the other hand, I'd be happy to answer any more questions.
You could tell us simply the truth.
You asked me this question before. My answer was, it would... Now that you know this is all a dream, have you heard the saying, don't wake a sleepwalker? Likewise, if someone suddenly had told you all this, your notion of reality and dream would be thrown into irreversible confusion.
अच्छा हम confuse हो जाते हैं.
I couldn't expose you. That's why I could only give you very subtle hints and some suggestions. Long story short, I'm really sorry Firstly, this dream we're in is completely based on reality. People have already experienced this Sub-Zero's festival, so it would be very difficult for them to find anything that strikes them as surreal. Secondly, you're probably wondering why people don't have any memories from earlier samsara. That's because people don't remember their dreams most of the time anyway. And in any case, their actual dreams are being so whenever they wake up in this dream of the Sub-Zero's festival, they don't remember.
Never mind, Paimon. Traveler had a dream when we were in the Avidia Forest, but couldn't see what it was about after waking.
Yes. Only after receiving the blessing of Dendro can a person gain the Dendro element's dream-enhancing power.
अच्छा.
That explains the feelings of deja vu. Meanwhile, everyone else has no idea that they are in the Sub-Zero's festival Samsara, while their dreams are stolen from them.
Can humans really keep dreaming forever like this?
Well, we might say your mental fatigue has already answered this question. Eventually, there's only so much that people can tolerate, especially those whose health is compromised to begin with, like Dunyarzad. This relentless exploitation takes an even harder toll on them.
उसकी तबीयत और ख़राब हो गई इसकी वजह से.
Lives are at stake here, and nobody knows a thing.
I know, right? Why did they have to base this dream on my birthday? Could it really just be
Even you don't know the reason?
The Academia sages are determined to harvest lots of dreams in a short time, no matter the cost. They have to be up to no good. Unfortunately, I don't know anything about it. Traveler, do you have any information?
He dreams with human with no human presence. The Parenthe's speech.
The Grand Sage said, "Go celebrate the birth of that god to your heart's content."
Celebrate the birth of that god? Could it mean... deceiving the people of Sumeru with no regard for their safety? No matter what they're trying to do, this is after we end the Sub-Zero's festival Samsara, we have to look into them.
How can
Okay.
the sages of the Academia do this behind their Archon's back? This is...
In the end, I'm just the moon. The real sun is long gone.
Sun मतलब वो first Archon, first Dendro Archon.
A sun and a moon? Nahida's talking in written.
Beep.
We're out of time.
I'll tell you how to break free of the Samsara tomorrow.
इस बार हमें करना ही है किसी भी तरह.
Good morning, Nahida. Hey, what's wrong, Nahida? You don't look too good.
Dunyarzad कहाँ है?
I'm afraid that what you're thinking right now is correct.
Did Dunyarzad already disappear? No way.
What?
Are we too late?
The real Dunyarzad's consciousness has indeed disappeared. It can no longer endure the constant dream harvesting.
इसका मतलब क्या हुआ? Traveler गुस्सा है.
I can't believe it. Wait, so what about that other Dunyarzad? Just what is she? Is she also going to disappear?
She's actually something like a puppet, but not completely. The real Dunyarzad's consciousness could no longer keep playing her role in this dream. So another Dunyarzad appeared to replace her in the dream. Just like the grass and the trees, that Dunyarzad is just a building block of the dream that helps to keep it going.
But personality-wise, she's nothing like the real...
Puppets are stiff and can't copy a living person's vitality. After all, they're just there as filler. You know, speaking of which, the old Dunyarzad might not have been too different from a puppet.
क्यों?
Dunyarzad truly believed that she met you within her consciousness. And it was you who inspired her. So you do remember her...
Yes. Back then, her family was overly protective of her. No one cared about her personality or thoughts. It was as if she only lived to stall her Elazar. I just gave her a little wisdom so she could look at life in a new way. So that she could be her own person. But even so, she still...
अच्छा इसने उसको न्यू होप दिया. कुछ शेयर किया उसके साथ, दुनियादार के साथ.
Far from it. I'm still a long way off from being a real Archon. I couldn't even save her. If I were a competent Archon, I wouldn't have let my most
बहुत depressing है request तो.
Sub-Zero's festival with so many regrets. myself up. All I did was to rationally observe the distance between myself and a real Archon.
Don't be like that, Nahida. Even real Archons are still allowed.
To prevent more tragedies like this, we must end the samsara.
Hmm.
But although the Sub-Zero's festival dream is under the Akasha's control, only humans can dream. Even the Akasha is unable to create. That means this dream belongs to a host who created it.
Huh?
So, well, if this is someone's dream, then everything here must come from deep within their conscience, which means, with the power of imagination, they can change anything in this dream.
अच्छा.
What do you... Imagination means breaking through what... Like when a server at a tavern brings a plate to you, you'd naturally assume that food is on it. However, if you're the dream's host and you become aware that you're dreaming, the dream will respond in kind. And the server really will bring you gold and mora. But right now, our host is unaware that this is a dream. No matter how many times they're served, it will always be food.
So we'll find the host.
Find some way to make that person realize that they're dreaming. Usually, once that happens, the person will wake up and the dream samsara.
How are we going to find them, though? If it could be anyone, and even if we did find them, how are we supposed to... After all, like you said.
It's extremely difficult, yes. But the only ones who can do it are you two. Remember, everything you've achieved up to this point has all been for the sake of finding the host and ending the samsara. As for me...
Out of town? Are you going to that place full of dreams where the travel?
Yes. I want to try something. There must still be a small wisp of possibility.
अच्छा.
Dreams are supposed to be fantastical, romantic, and full of pleasant surprises. Unnecessary things like this samsara need to end.
Paimon's still a little upset that we've come this far only for Dunyarzad to... She was such a good person, with such a simple wish. But fate was against her. Yeah. Saving Dunyarzad, but...
अब हमें आगे बढ़ना है.
there's hope, traveler. Dunyarzad would definitely want to see us save everyone else. So let's break the samsara for her sake.
उसके लिए हम ये करेंगे.
Paimon's wondering, do you think the sages would get one of their own to be the host of this dream? Feels like it would be easier to control it that way, no?
Unlikely. कोई और होगा. An unsuspecting host will be less likely to realize this is a dream. They probably became aware that they were dreaming.
Huh. That's true. So, who do you think the host of the dream is?
The one with the strange get-up. Maybe Faraz, the Knight of Flowers.
That would make sense. Faraz, then let's go ask him some...
चलो. ये samsara तोड़ते हैं. वो स्टेज देख देख के हमें दुनिया की याद आ रही है.
You're back. You left in a hurry last time.
Everything's fine, just...
An experiment? That came out of...
Could you... make a wish?
You want me to make a wish? Is that a new sub...
Less questions, more wish!
Okay, my wish. My wish. Okay. I'm a little nervous saying this out loud.
Oh.
I noticed earlier that she looked a bit down, and she wasn't really She just doesn't seem like herself. She's always so gentle and kind. I've also wondered if the reason she asked me to be Faraz, Knight of Flowers is because I'm special to her, or something.
So, you have a crush on Dunyarzad?
Oh, is it that obvious? After what I just said, I guess it is. When she placed the hat of the Knight of Flowers onto my head, she said to me, I want everyone to have a happy... What she didn't realize was that I'm not that interested in how everyone else feels. In that moment, I just wanted to be her Knight of Flowers for the rest of my life. 50 years, 100 years, I'll serve her till the end of time. Okay, yeah, that was a bit much. felt like the right moment to get it off my chest.
अभी भी वो सच नहीं जानता है.
Okay, I'm ready to make my wish. I would like Miss W.A.S.D to appear in front of me right now with a smile on her face. Here goes.
Please come true.
I'm gonna open my eye. Oh!
What?
Fucky? Sorry, but only one pour. Nice try, you two.
Guess he isn't the host of this stream after all. Should have expected it wouldn't be this easy. It seems like everyone who knows W.A.S.D loves her. But
My lady, step back.
that sounds like Dia! Oh, right. This is when W.A.S.D bumps into the kidnappers. Huh? But Dia can handle them. Hey, Traveler!
ट्रैवलर कुछ सोच रहा है.
Oh, it's you. Great timing. Please take... Hey, this is my job. The homie Yanni's pay me, not you. You... Fine, alright. Knock yourself out. Why are you so worked up anyway? It's not like I don't trust your fighting skills. Anyway, watch yourself.
कुछ होने वाला है अभी.
So you got yourself some backup.
Feeling solidified.
Now you shall perish.
और कोई है? ये रहा. ये अंदर कहाँ घुसा हुआ है? कहाँ जा रहा है? बिल्कुल बाहर. खत्म.
Traveler, were you just taking your anger out on those guys? You and Nahida both. W.A.S.D. Oh, and speaking of her, remember how during the first Sub-Zero's festival, before the Samsara started, we came here with W.A.S.D because she said it was because she had forgotten something.
Yes, भूल ही गए थे.
So Paimon's memory is working so far. Anyway, Paimon also remembers that she is staying somewhere around here. She pointed it out to us the night before the Sub-Zero's festival.
शायद हमें कोई क्लूज मिलने चलता है.
Even if this is the place. It's... Hey, the windows are unlocked. Okay.
चलो.
Paimon. This was only a temporary residence, so there was pretty much... Should we open it?
अच्छा, तो निसार ने कुछ लिखा है.
W.A.S.D wrote all of this. Sounds like she she was always thinking of us even while we were away.
हमारे लिख रही थी वो सब.
Even though she was also busy preparing for the Sub-Zero's festival, and she must have wanted to give this to us as a gift on the day of the Sub-Zero's. If we hadn't found this book, we never would have known. But now that we know, we can't even thank her. Hey, where are you up?
बहुत सैड है ये स्टोरी. दुनिया कैरेक्टर बहुत अच्छा बनाया गया है. बहुत लविंग कैरेक्टर है. सिंपल एंड लविंग. दुनिया ही ड्रीम कर रही है क्या?
It's Dunyarzad's puppet.
पप्पे तो ड्रीम नहीं कर सकता.
Traveler? You must be exhausted. Come to think of it, we've been stuck in this place for a really, really long time. Heck, even the last time we were chatting happily with Dunyarzad feels like an eternity ago.
Good days. Memories. व्यूअर सीरीज बहुत लोग को रुलाने वाला है इस क्वेस्ट से.
Paimon still remembers when we were sitting here, and the way her eyes sparkled when she talked about Nilu's dance of
There will always be frustrations in life, but I know that the point of living is not to leave behind any regrets.
That was what the real Dunyarzad said, wasn't it? Does that mean
उसे कॉन्शियस वापस आ गई है क्या?
Yes, traveler.
Oh, so she's still just a puppet. But just now, how come... What? Where are we going this time?
ऊपर जा रहे हैं क्या हम? To watch the dance of Sumeru. Sub-Zero. इस बार हम डांस जरूर देखेंगे.
If you continue to resist, we will have the Grand Sage has already granted you much. Oh.
इस बार हम पिटाई करेंगे ग्रैंड सेज की और ये जरूरी फेस्टिवल होगा.
Traveler?
Traveler?
Traveler? What the heck are you doing? Wait, they're not reacting. Have they been scared stiff?
ये सिर्फ पपेट्स हैं.
Oh, of course! If this is the sage's plan, they wouldn't put themselves through this. So they're just...
What is this? What happened to the Grand Sage and his entourage?
What's up with those flowers?
Like I said, they symbolize the goddess of flowers. It's just a shame that all the real Padisaras...
Yes. The Greater Lord brought forth new Padisaras in memory of the goddess of flowers. But she ultimately could never truly
Goddess of flowers.
That beautiful shade of purple. Aren't these
ओह शायद ये ड्रीम कर रही है.
Just like... But didn't you just say all the real flowers went extinct after...
Yeah. What's going on? Huh? You guys are acting...
नीलू ड्रीम कर रही थी.
Hey! They disappeared! So Nilu's the host. Purple Padisaras don't exist in the real world It's just like the example Nahida told us. People assume there will be food on a
उन्होंने
plate,
नीलू का यूज
and
किया।
Nilu assumed there would be real patty sauce. So when you saw the flowers, you instantly knew it was Nilu? But if we want to end the samsara, we need the host to become a... How should we make Nilu...
Am I dreaming?
Huh?
So I'm right. Is this Lesser Lord Kusanali responding to our celebration?
Wrong guess, but you aren't completely wrong either. The point is, what made you think this is a dream? As far as you know, people in Sumeru...
Yeah, but have you heard the tale of the first sage? To prevent a calamity, he went on a journey to find the dendron...
Ooh, sounds familiar. Dunyarzad told us a story like that when we first arrived in Sumeru City. So, it was about the first sage.
But in the part you heard, he hadn't become the first sage yet.
अच्छा।
His piety and wisdom were acknowledged by the Dendro Archon, and she finally gave her blessing to him. All kinds of spectacular scenes appeared in front of the first sage, as if all the knowledge in the world was being painted onto a canvas right before him. He was captivated. After who knows how long, he mastered all the knowledge he could comprehend. Afterward, he said to the Dendro Archon, "I miss my parents, my wife, and my children. I've been away from home for far too long. They must be worried." The Dendro Archon smiled. The next second, the sage found himself lying in his bed, as if he had just woken up from a dream. His wife, lying next to him, said, "You're off to search for the Dendro Archon today, aren't you? Have a safe journey, my love." In the end, the first sage took care of many disasters in Sumeru City, and founded the Academia.
So, the first sage was dreaming ever since the beginning of the story? He never went on his journey?
Yes. But his faith and determination were
डेंड्रो आर्कन ने उसकी मदद करी।
so she blessed him in the form of a dream.
ड्रीम के थ्रू।
Paimon understands where you're coming from now. That's a really interesting connection.
I see. Well, it just so happens that today's Sub-Zero's festival is almost over too. Since we're in a dream, let's make this final dance of Sub-Zero's as beautiful as we can.
डांस करो। काश ये वो देख सकती दुनिया।
The wait is over, everyone. I dedicate this to our god, the dance of Sub-Zero's.
ड्रीम शायद खुल रहा है। नीलू अवेयर हो गई इसलिए। दुनिया।
I'd be lying if I said I had no regrets. I would have loved to see Nilu's dance.
उसकी कॉन्शियसनेस। फाइनली उसकी विश पूरी हुई। बहुत सारे लोग हैं उसके साथ, बहुत सारे लोगों की कॉन्शियसनेस है। अब क्या होगा?
Good morning, traveler. Oh, Paimon feels like she's been asleep. Paimon's head feels Paimon thinks it was the Sub-Zero's festival. Have we finally escaped? from the Sub-Zero Samsar. Quick, take off your Akasha terminal.
क्या वापस आ गई है वो?
She's not in her room. What happened? Huh?
दुनिया।
Well done, and thank you, Dunyarzad, for organizing the Sub-Zero's festival for— I'm sorry, who are—
Dunyarzad! You're okay! Oh, don't scare us!
Oh, Traveler Paimon. I just had a dream. And I saw Nilu performing the dance.
हम इसको सच बताएंगे कि नहीं? क्वेस्ट कंप्लीटेड। ट्रैवलर का कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन अनलॉक कर सकते हैं हम। क्या था कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन ट्रैवलर का? चलो अच्छा कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन है। चलो गाइस, आज के लिए बस इतना ही रखते हैं। काफ़ी लंबा हो गया एपिसोड और काफ़ी रिपीटेटिव हो गया। ये क्वेस्ट ही ऐसा था। तो अगर आपको वीडियो पसंद आई हो, अगर आप यूट्यूब पे देख रहे हो तो लाइक करें, मेरे चैनल को सब्सक्राइब करें। और अगर आपको GTA 5 या फिर चुप हो जाऊंगली, अगर आपको GTA 5 या फिर गेंशिन के गेम प्ले देखने हैं सुमेरू के, तो वो मेरे चैनल में मिलेंगे। सुमेरू की लाइव स्ट्रीम्स है मोस्टली, और GTA 5 की आपको कुछ वीडियोस मिल जाएंगी। और हम GTA 5 को आगे भी कंटिन्यू करेंगे। तब तक के लिए कीप प्लेइंग एंड गुड बाय।